What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Sunshine Way. I am your lovely host, Chiya, and welcome back to my channel. So, on today's video, I just wanted to come on here and say like a quick word of encouragement and a quick word of like life, life. Basically, I'm sitting here cleaning out my classroom. Um, Kind of getting stuff organized. Because if you're a teacher, you have to pack up your class like every year. Like you don't get to just leave your classroom set up. Like you got to pack your classroom up and like have it so where that the custodians can move things around over the summer as they wax the floors and things like that. But anyways, so I was just doing that, and I was just like thinking about how grateful I am. This is my fourth year in the school system, and it's my third year as an actual official teacher and basically a EC teacher. I've been an EC teacher or a special education teacher the entire time, and I was just sitting and thinking about like literally if you want to have the best life, or if you want to be on the correct path, then you have no other choice but to follow God and we always have free will. So God is not going to make us do anything. And if we want to go out here and make our own choices and manifest things that's not for us and do that. But if you allow God to lead you and you allow him to direct your path, you have the free will, but it is our free will to make the choice of following God, knowing that he knows everything and he knows the answers. And on top of that, like as humans, we make so many mistakes. Our feelings change every day. And we all over the place, right? One day we want to be a cake maker, and then we get bored or the customer service thing get too big, so then we want to go do something else. And it's like it can take you all over the place, or you can end up wasting years and years of your life. And so really putting yourself in a position of, it don't matter what it looks like, it doesn't matter if that was in my intended direction, because as y'all know, if you've seen my testimony on becoming a teacher, I literally went to school to be a crime scene investigator, a detective. Like I was always interested in doing autopsies or getting out in the field and helping solve crimes and stuff like that. So I went to school for anthropology with a minor and concentration in forensics. And like then I'm end up being a special education teacher, like totally opposite. And y'all, it's been hard, it's been rough, and it's been a long 3 years. But this is where God has me, and it has led me to something else, which I'm not ready yet to expose to y'all yet, but y'all will know soon. And so I'm sitting here packing up my classroom because I'm about to start a new chapter in my teaching life, in my career path, in my calling, in my field. And I'm just sitting here like, literally without God, my path will be all over the place. God knows who I would have been. God knows who, if I would have made a certain decision, because I was going to move out of North Carolina in order to be able to actually land a job doing what I went to school for. And who would have known like where I would have been? I wouldn't have met my husband. Because I stayed here, I ended up meeting my husband, and that's been a blessing in itself. Like he's literally my best friend. He's the person I think about all the time. And I couldn't imagine God not blessing me with him. Like, you know what I mean? Like because I allow God to order my steps and I stepped back and wasn't in my feelings or jumping the gun or doing what I think what was best for me, it has led me to a position where I met my husband. It led me to the path of teaching. It led me to the path of meeting some incredible people, some incredible colleagues, and learning a whole lot of things. And on top of that, I've like increased my education level because not only do I have a bachelor's degree, I also have a teaching license, a teaching certificate, which took me 3 years to get. Like I had to take real classes, I had to do certain PD, I had to do certain paperwork, I had to have a mentor, I had to do all these things these past 3 years. And honestly, once the school year is over, I'm going to celebrate, and I'm going to celebrate by saying thank you, God, because without Him, I would have not gotten on this path. Without Him, my life wouldn't be what it was. And in the beginning of May, I sat back. End of April, beginning of May, I sat back and I said, God, I'm going to let you decide my path. And whatever you decide, that's where I'm meant to be. And when I tell y'all, He has chosen some great things for me, and I'm starting a new chapter in my life. And honestly, if you would have asked me a couple of years ago, I would have told you, oh, at 22, I'm going to be doing this. At 20, and 21, and then 23 or whatever. And my goal was to have, like, all my kids before the age of 30. Like, all these things, like, and my life is totally different than what I thought and what I expected. But it is nothing short, because it's what God chose for me. It's what God placed in my path. And I said, yes, God, I'll do it. I'm with it. Like, what's up? We got it. So, yeah. So I just want to get on here to encourage y'all to, like, allow God to direct your path. You always have free will. So if you choose to do it or don't choose to do it, or if you think that you're not hearing correctly and you need to choose a different path, then you do that. But literally listen to God, heed to God and what He's saying, and watch how He bless your life. Watch how He turn your life around and make things, work in your favor, because everything is good, but everything ain't good if it ain't got God in it. And I'll say that. And I'll say it doesn't matter what qualifications you got. It doesn't matter that you always keep your hair done or you always keep your nails done, or that you hang with a certain crowd of people who go on all these trips or whatever. And I'm not saying nothing's wrong with those, but I'm just saying it doesn't matter. Nobody qualifies you, and nobody makes you beautiful, and nobody does any of these things but God. Second yourself, but God. If God placed you there, it don't even matter. God will put you in a room, and all them people, other people gonna have to be quiet, because God put me here. And what you got to say? Because He gonna shut you up every single time. He gonna shut you up. And these people, like, guys, like, I can't even explain it. Can't even explain it. And I know it's like I'm looking weird, but I'm actually recording this on my phone, so the camera is actually over here. But like the way the thing is set up, it's like here. Anyway, so that's all I had to say. Let God direct your path. Let God qualify you. And let that be. And so that's just something I wanted to post this week, because like I said, I want to connect y'all more, put y'all on that path of light, pressing positivity, pressing God into you. And because I feel like we need soul healing and soul fixing in this time of life. And so just think about it and let me know what y'all think down in the comments, okay? So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you tap the notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl uploads. And remember, be humble, be inspiring, be kind, y'all, and don't forget to shine. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. Bye.